Sydney Marathon, yep.
And from what I'm told, it's supposed to be, I think, the most difficult course.
Mhm.
Yeah,
the most
Philly.
elevation.
Okay. I wouldn't have guessed that there'd be a lot of elevation in Sydney, Australia.
Rolling hills, I guess.
Uh-huh.
You know, you look at San Francisco.
I wouldn't have thought Sydney looked like San Francisco. But I don't know a whole lot about Sydney.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched a whole lot of videos of people that have been down there this week. I just know it happened. And I know who won.
Do you know who came in 9th place?
I do. On the men's side, yes.
What happens when 3 runners
From different parts of the country,
with different running stories,
all get together?
pure.
RunTok.
madness,
So listen in as we talk about all things running related.
and some things that maybe aren't running related.
As it's bound to be a good time. This is
RunTok
RunTok
Live.
Hello, mates, and welcome to episode 58 of the RunTok Live podcast. Coming at you from down under. No, we're just kidding. We're not cool enough to be in Australia this week. But that was my best Australian impression. I don't know if you guys can beat it. Can you beat it?
Guys, that was not Hugh Jackman. Just, that was Chase. Just so there's no confusion.
Hugh Jackman. The Wolverine.
Tesla. Listen, I'm about the Australian accent, my friend. That was great.
Listen, all I'm saying is my name is Jake Irwin, and there's a famous other Irwin out there, Mr. Steve Irwin. Well, he's not out there anymore, but Steve Irwin.
Aw.
So,
Crikey.
just saying.
Oh,
I got my
but again,
Australian
no,
version.
we are not in the down under this week with all the Sydney Marathon runners and 7-star acquirers.
First year of the new addition to the marathon majors, Sydney Marathon.
Sydney Marathon, yep.
And from what I'm told, it's supposed to be, I think, the most difficult course of all of them.
Is it?
Yeah, the most
Philly.
elevation.
Okay. I wouldn't have guessed that there'd be a lot of elevation in Sydney, Australia, but I know there's mountains in Australia, but I didn't realize that Sydney had elevation to it.
I mean, like rolling hills, I guess.
Uh-huh.
You know, you look at San Francisco, doesn't necessarily have elevation, but it's just all rolling hills, like the entire thing. So
Okay. Well, yeah, I didn't realize it. I wouldn't have thought Sydney looked like San Francisco. But I don't know a whole lot about Sydney, so.
yeah.
And I haven't watched a whole lot of videos of people that have been down there this week. I just know it happened. And I know who won.
Do you know who came in 9th place?
I do. On the men's side, yes. On the women's side, no.
Mr. Kipchoge, 40 years old, still running.
Yep.
Incredible.
I'm going to see if I can beat his 40-year-old time.
Yeah, that's what sucks, right? Like, now he's 40, and any chance of anyone breaking Masters marathon records is kind of out the window right now because he's just going to shatter them for a while. And they aren't going to go anywhere.
Right. We're not going to have anybody to talk about for another 10 years.
And he started, so he's 40, so 30. He did his first marathon when he was 27, which was the Berlin Marathon, by the way. And he has done 23 marathons since then. So in 13 years, he's ran 23 marathons, basically averaging 2 marathons a year, like 1.8, whatever you want to narrow it down to. It's a good career, man. Like,
I mean, yeah, considering he was a top-level track athlete before he even jumped to the marathon, it's just... Yeah. Goated.
He looks... Like, I was looking at some of his pictures from when his early years of the marathon. He doesn't look like he's aged. Like, he's looked the exact same. Like,
which is kind of like an old man, though, right?
Yeah.
He kind of looks like an old man.
now I finally feel like he's like living
He's
up to
aged
his
into
age,
his face.
right? Like, because he's looked this way since he was 27 when he first started. So I'm not saying this to be mean, but I'm just saying it's true. Like,
Yeah, no, this is absolutely true.
I don't know, all the running outside, I guess, that he did. Like, I don't know, but whatever it is, it worked because it made him fast.
Right.
So, but yeah, I did. I had a couple friends that went and did Sydney, and that's how I like my friend Josue. He's done all 7 now, and he said it's by far the hardest. And then I'm seeing it on social media too that it's being dubbed as the most difficult of the 7.
And it's wild. So I know a couple people that PR'd at Sydney. One of my friends took I don't know how much, maybe 3 or 4 minutes off her time, and then
Wow.
of course our friend Rob Dalto pulled a lifetime PR. He ran a 2:53. So yeah, it's definitely possible to PB on that course.
I did not see that Rob did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had like a beautiful, beautiful negative split. So it is.
Yeah. The thing about him is he is very devoted to the science of running and the science of nutrition.
Yep.
And
Well, he's all about data.
yeah, well, 100%.
His whole company is analyzing data.
And I mean, it's working for him,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
I was watching. Listen, I bash a certain influencer on TikTok often that we all don't like, but I will do this. I will always give credit where credit is due. And this influencer, Matt Choi, right? I'll just say his name. For what it's worth, he is a phenomenal athlete. Like, do I agree with his tactics and his decisions or like the way he approaches conversations and how he shares information out? Not necessarily. But he just ran a 2:47 marathon.
Wow.
A couple weeks ago. Like, for all intents and purposes, that's a great time. Like, no matter what, like, say what you want about the guy, he's proved that he is a good athlete. Is he a good coach? Is he a good whatever else you want to call it? I'm not gonna go that far at all. But
was that a PR for him? I don't think it was.
I mean, he didn't announce it as a PR, but I would assume that it would have to be.
I don't think it is, but I could be wrong there. I know a couple of years ago, I know when he ran sub 3 for the first time, that was, I think, 3 years ago. But that was the time that, I don't know if you remember this. This is when he was launching his coaching service.
Yep.
So he ran sub 3, and then he ran a mile like a couple weeks later in sub 5. And then a couple weeks later, he does a 5K, says it's a time trial.
Yep.
And he's going to see how much faster he can get over the course of a month. Comes off a sub 3 marathon, then a sub 5 mile. Then dude goes out and runs like a 19:30 5K. Like, that's crap. Like,
as hard as he could. Like, see what I can do.
If you can run a sub 3 marathon and a sub 5 5K or 1 mile, then you should easily be able to go under 18 in a 5K. Easily.
Yep. And Carolyn, if you didn't know, this was him trying to talk about, and then I'm going to coach my, follow my plan.
So then a month later, when his 5K jumped up by a minute and a half, it made it look like, oh, I have this magical 5K formula. Yeah. But
he genuinely makes me mad. Like, him
that
as
was the worst thing.
That
was the worst thing for me. Like, he's done some dumb stuff, but like that was just, for me as a running guy and as like an analytics guy, I was just like, oh my god, no, that makes no sense.
And obviously he's got talent, but he uses it to be a certified douchebag instead of inspiring the community, giving back, being like, how can I truly help others improve? Not to be, faster or whatever, but smarter or more consistent, things like that. And he jacks around, brings film crews, breaks rules, and I'm like, you're literally talent that could be used on somebody more genuine, and he makes me mad.
He does do a lot of like good stuff. Like you can't deny that. Like when you watch some of his other like videos and things like that, when it gets into like the lifestyle stuff, like it's less it's actually genuinely okay to watch, unlike his running content, which is just
Well, and
you
that's
can't watch it.
yeah, and that's where I say like lately he's kind of diverted to more
Yeah,
of that type of
yeah,
content, where it's like, oh, the run that he did across Korea or whatever it was,
right.
like the
But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, what I was gonna piggyback to that, to even though he's doing those things, he's doing it for his job, right? His job as a content creator. So that's what he's trying to do, is create content. So, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, like at the end of the day, that's his work for the day. So
well, and that's kind of what I was the sort of how I got Matt Choi in this is when a runner does something that maybe is not the same way that I would do it, but it's working for them. Like you can't, I don't question that. And Rob Dalto is a perfect example. Like I'm not a data analytical runner kind of person, narrowing it down to the science on how much salt you lose and all that. I value anyone that can go through that process and learn from it. And so that's why I have respect for Rob, right? Like it's working for him. I hate using the word respect and Matt Choi in the same sentence, but there is somewhat a level of respect because he does something that is working for him physically to get him to these fast times. It's working for him. Now, I think my issue is he thinks that everything that works for him is going to work for everyone else in the running world, and it doesn't, number one. And number two, I think like I said, he's a salesman in a lot of things, and he'll sell things that maybe aren't feasible or aren't reliable information, or, isn't reliable information, or over exaggerating, whatever it is. So that's where my qualm with Matt Choi is. But to your point, he does do a lot for the running community, and I can't deny that. And he is a great athlete, and I can't deny that either. But I still don't like him.
I don't like him either.
not many people do, but yet he is still popular.
Yeah.
So that tends to happen. Everybody's got their fans, right?
Everyone's got their fans. So is Sydney on your guys' list? Any of yours?
I mean, so I've always said that I wanted to do the majors, but I'm still just stuck on 6. I want to get the 6 done, and then I'll think about Sydney. But I think we've talked about it on here before too. Like, I'm of the opinion that the more they add, the less appealing that they get. So if this becomes a 9-star thing before I've even hit my 6-star, then I'm probably just going to say I've got other races I want to do.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, obviously the 8 is a very near future possibility, but with either China or South Africa, whatever it's going to be, I'm voting for China.
I think they'll both get it eventually.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
they
so.
will.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying 9. So
But they have to gap it, right? Like they need to give Sydney a chance to like fully merge into the majors and like be engulfed with the other runners as a major marathon, and that's going to take year. I don't want to say years, but a few years for that to
I
happen.
don't think they'll do that. I think they'll give it the green light as soon as they hit all the qualifications.
I don't know. I haven't looked at talking about data. I haven't looked at the data for Sydney as far as like did they hit the numbers that they expected to hit?
I'm not sure.
Times, things like that. I'll have to look into that some more and see. Talk about it on the next episode.
Yeah, I was seeing somewhere there were like 32,000 runners that ran Sydney. So And then, of course, it was definitely easier to get into the lottery, and then you had all these guaranteed entries from, the years prior. So, um, I honestly wonder if people are going to flock to Sydney because, you have these like second chance lotteries, and it's like you might need 3, 4, and 5 stars. People might flock to Sydney and be like, okay, well, I can knock this star off and then get into these second chance lotteries.
Yeah, but and you're right, but it's also like you don't get a 6-star medal for finishing Sydney.
That's
So
true.
you have to finish the other 6. It's Sydney's only going to be a part of the 7.
Oh.
So yeah, even if you do Sydney and then do the others and get to Tokyo, you haven't done Tokyo. You don't get a 6-star medal until you've done Tokyo. You don't get anything for.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. You said the lottery was easier to get into. Was it really? What was their lottery like? I didn't realize that.
I didn't apply for it. But there was a pretty high acceptance rate.
They have more spots for foreigners. Right. Like Tokyo has the least amount of spots for foreigners. It's very, very difficult to get in via lottery. Yeah. But they have the charity system, and I don't know how Sydney did it, but like Tokyo has a charity system where you can do bids. And I was actually just talking to a runner in a running group here. She got it. So right now for Boston, for charities, the minimum charity is $10,000. You have to raise $10,000.
Really?
They just changed it, so it's $10,000 as a minimum, unless you they have some catches, like if you work for
what was it?
5.
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was way more than that.
No, it's
because I've always heard people that do both like put them in comparison. Like it's as hard it's as hard to qualify as it is to raise the money.
I mean,
but $10,000 is not a lot of money.
Still difficult to do it, but yeah. And there's caveats too, right? Well, before I dive into that, so yeah, it is $10,000 minimum for Boston. That much I do know. For Tokyo, it's a bid system. So you sign up for a charity, and then you bid how much you're going to raise, and you don't know if your bid is going to be enough. You get one shot. You say, I'm going to raise this much. But what they do give is there's data. They could say last year the average bid was this much. So now you can assume it's going to be a bell curve, right? That's the average. And maybe you can bid like halfway through the bottom and the average, and you have a good shot at getting in. So my friend, or not a friend, but a coworker or co-runner here, she got in with $1,400. So she bid $1,400, and that got accepted into Tokyo. So she has to raise $1,400. I don't know what charity it was, but that's what got her in. And so, plus you still, of course, have to pay hotels and flights and all that good stuff. But so yeah, there's the different routes. You got to really do some research on them and research the charities. Boston, though, I can confirm is $10,000.
That's so easy. Like I thought it was way harder than that.
Tokyo, your best shot to get in is through charity.
All right, I've got. I should probably just stop talking now. That kind of changed my entire opinion of getting into the majors. Maybe I'm gonna have to sleep on that. Oh, okay. Anyway, how you guys doing? What have you guys been up to? Obviously, we didn't run Sydney. Have you been racing any?
I had a race yesterday. Yeah, Labor Day 5K, part of our Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I'm slowly getting back to running faster. I ran at 18:42 or something. Like it's a slow progression. My goal is to just get under 18 within the next couple of months, which I think I'll get there. But getting old, man.
Carolina Labor Day races in your neighborhood?
No, I mean there were some Labor Day races, but my next race is going to be a half in New Hampshire, so I'm just kind of preparing for that.
I feel like you travel the most for races between the three of us. Like
I do.
You definitely travel for races. I mean, Chase, we've all done some traveling for sure, but
yeah.
Like,
I
yeah.
don't know. I want to travel as much as I can before kids happen. And then there's an ambassador program that I'm part of called Ventures Endurance, and they have all these races all over the United States, and you get automatic entry. So last year I went to Santa Rosa, California, so just outside of Napa Valley. It's in Napa Valley, or just outside.
It's the Bay Area, yeah.
Yeah, and this year I'm going to Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Okay.
So
What drew you to New Hampshire?
I have always wanted to go to Salem in the fall, and it's 50 minutes outside of Salem. And I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. Like, there was a free entry for the half marathon. The elevation of the half is 60 feet. And I was like, you know what? I mean, why not go try and PR my half marathon, explore Salem. So yeah.
Nice.
Why not?
What about you, Chase?
There was a couple 5Ks over the weekend. We had one on Saturday, had one on Sunday, and then I'm running another 5K this weekend. That's the Colts 5K. So it actually ends on the 50-yard line at Lucas Oil Stadium where the Colts play. So
Kick off NFL opening season Thursday, right?
Mhm.
Yep. That was the real excitement for the weekend, was all the fantasy drafting going on. So
yeah, I don't want to talk about it on live. As you guys know, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan,
I
and
know.
Barry Jones just loves pulling at our heartstrings and just doing the stupidest things. Like, I just don't. Let's go trade away our top defensive player we've ever had for some garbage draft picks because the Packers are going to be great now. Oh, God. Anyways, let's talk about running.
you had a long season to talk
I'm
about the
going to be a
Cowboys.
Washington Commanders fan going forward just to spite the Cowboys.
But good news is, just throw this out there. If their defense is horrible, their offense is going to have to score a lot of points,
He's my quarterback.
which means that's good for your fantasy team.
Dak Prescott's passing the ball a lot.
That's the bottom line.
In a PPR league, heck yeah, let's do it.
Oh.
All right. Well, hey, I don't know, other running news, guys. Big, we've talked about this guy before. Did you see that our boy Cooper Lufkenhaus
Signed a deal
with Nike?
With
On a pro
Nike,
deal, yeah.
right?
Signed
Yep.
with Nike.
What a champ. Okay,
Yep.
so y'all are going to have to clear this up for me. So he's still going to graduate from high school, or did he forego?
Yes, he's going to graduate from high school.
He what?
Yeah.
He's going to graduate from, like, academically, he's going to graduate from high school, but he's running
He's not
as
going to
a
compete in
pro.
high school anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That was my confusion. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty, I mean, great for him, but oof,
Yeah.
it's pretty ballsy.
It's also, I was going to say, like,
I wonder how much of it's, I wonder what's guaranteed, right? Like in a contract for that.
Yeah.
You know, and it can't be in a track contract. It can't be all that much, but
Well, in this, and again, I'm assuming, so like normal rules, if you're under the age of 18, you're committed to a college or whatever, you can't receive money from an outside source outside of that college, right? So I'm assuming they either had to create some sort of clause in his contract, or like, I mean, he's not going to run for college. Like, so not only is he not going to run for high school, he can't run for a college.
well,
right? I don't know. This is more a question than a statement.
well, so college is going to be a little different now, right? Because
You can get paid.
They can pay the athletes. They're going to pay the athletes, and they get NIL, I think. So he can have an NIL deal with Nike and get paid. But I wonder if this is more of a negative sign to college sports, right? Because I don't know if you guys have heard kind of the mumblings about how this is going to affect the college sports landscape, but the overall theory, and a lot of the smaller sports are going to disappear because they can't be funded.
Yep. And what's smaller than running like that? I mean, look at cross country gets canceled all the time across like smaller colleges. You see it all the time, and it stinks. Or they become a club. You're on a club team. You're not a college team anymore.
I've also seen some theories about like how D1 colleges are actually going to be reducing we'll see a reduction in the amount of D1 track and field and cross country teams, but an increase not only in the amount but the quality of D2 and D3 schools, because those will be the schools that actually invest into that sport.
Now, on the flip side of that, Chase, could Cooper, I'm talking about Cooper specifically, could he become like the Kobe Bryant of running? And what I mean by that is Kobe got drafted straight out of high school, right? Like Cooper, it's not often that you get a pro out of high school that just like before high school, 2 years before high school, going to this level. Could he be an example of what other young athletes could be looking at in the future?
Okay, so I think he is going to be an example of what young athletes are going to be looking at for sure in a variety of senses. And we kind of talked about the money aspect and how college sports is shaping up. But I don't know, to make the comparison you did, what Kobe Bryant. So if he were to be Kobe Bryant, how would he have to do at Worlds this year? Make the final? Make the semifinal? I don't know.
What did Kobe Bryant do his first year?
All-Star team, I think.
Did he?
I think.
I honestly don't know. Like it's been a while, but
I think and the only reason I think that is because of The Last Dance. So the documentary. I think it was his rookie year that he was on the All-Star team. I could be wrong, but anyway, we'd have to see, right? Like, he's got the opportunity. Next Olympics is in 28. He'll be 19? 19,
28,
23, 27, 31. Is it potential that he could do 4 Olympics? 31 years old, not unheard of for an 800-meter runner. And if he can come out here and win them at 19, 23, that would definitely put him in a GOAT category.
That spells goat for the listener. Just in case.
Just in case.
No, I thought that was pretty cool. Huge for him. Huge shout out. Deserved, undoubtedly. To do what he's done.
I love the memes that have come out from it, where like the lengths you'll go to not have to do cross country.
Right. Well, you brought it up before. Like, he asked his coach or something, like, "Hey, if I go make it this far, do I have to do cross country?" He's like, "No." It's like, "All right, I'll just go there then." Like, that's, again, like the mindset, the drive you have to have. Obviously, there's some natural talent there, but he's put in he's put in work. Like, he's worked his butt off to get to that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's very hard, and this is just opinion. I think it's easier to have natural talent in the longer distances than it is in the shorter. That might be a hot debate, but I look at
easier to have more talent at longer distances than
more
it
natural
is.
talent. So I think that there's more people with genetics that lead to success in distance running than there is people with genetics that lead to success in mid distance or short distance. Hot take. That's my hot take for the night.
Yeah, that might be a hot take. I don't know if I'm gonna get on board with that one.
Carolyn, what are your thoughts? I gotta get your expertise.
I don't know enough. But, I will say, I feel like we hear about athletes that are getting older and older in the longer distances than the shorter.
Good genetics. No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can tell you, I'd rather run the marathon than the 5K. Does that help? Okay.
Yeah. No, like obviously I have no science to back it up, just a feeling. But
Yeah.
I would just think that the longer distances, it's more important to have that mental strength, right? It's and strategy too. Like the longer distances, there's more components to a race. Not saying that there's not strategy involved in a 200 meter, but in comparison to a 10,000, whereas I think that with the shorter distances, you get by on pure youth and strength.
And we've actually, I think we've talked about this before, but the question pops up. You see it on social media every once in a while, like, oh, what's harder to do, the marathon or the mile, or marathon and the 5K? And at the end of the day, if you are running your hardest at any given distance, at your highest level, not the highest level, but your highest level, a 5K is just as hard as a marathon. Like, it's different, but you're running to your body's peak for that distance. Like, to me, I look at it as the same. Just like it's different, but it's equally difficult.
Right. And I would point out that the greats at any distance definitely are the ones putting in the work, whether it's natural talent or not. Like Usain Bolt, I like his quote about how he trained 10 years to run 9 seconds or something like that. So yeah, the greats put in the work no matter what their talent level is.
Absolutely. Well, shout out to Cooper. I'll learn to pronounce his last name here soon.
Lutkenhaus?
Lutkenhaus.
I might. I don't know if that's right. I have no idea if that's right.
Lutkenhaus.
You might not be pronouncing his first name right. It might be Cooper.
Co-opper. Pretty sure it's Cooper. That one I'm willing to bet, willing to put some money on that one. But who knows? Yeah, I thought that was cool when I read that. So shout out to Coop.
Yeah. Also, your twin Jakob is going to Tokyo.
Oh, I thought you were going to say my twin Napoleon Dynamite. As I'm like, what?
I thought you were going to say his twin, former or fellow YouTube star Ed Bud.
Jesus Christ.
There's Ed Bud, there's Napoleon Dynamite, I get Blippi, and I also get Dirk Nowitzki. So, those are the guys.
That's a wide range. Anyways, Jakob's going to Tokyo. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Is he?
He is. He just announced that he was going to be racing in Tokyo.
Did he say what?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the marathon?
I think I did see that, and I think I did see where he did not say. So I think
he
there's
did not say.
There's discussion going on what he is going to race.
Mm-hmm.
I would be surprised. I would be more than surprised if his name popped up on the marathon list.
Yeah, me too.
I guess. The way and again, he, for all intents and purposes, he ran a good half marathon time. But the way he performed at his last half marathon, I don't see him going, that didn't go the way I wanted to. So let's go and do the marathon. That'll be better. I see him maybe tackling the half marathon some more, but yeah, I don't. Prove me wrong, Jakob. Like, I'd like to see it. I just don't see it.
I think he'll stick to the track.
Yeah.
Probably
I
be
think
on.
so too. Yeah. Yeah.
But I would be shocked. I'll be shocked if he runs the 15.
Really?
Yeah.
You think he's gonna do the 5?
I think he's scared to do the 15. So yeah, I think he's gonna do the 5. But at the same time, Cole Hawker is gonna be in the 5.
He hasn't lived up to his previous 1500 performance times in a while. Ever since the Olympics, basically. He came fourth at the Olympics, and he's just kind of been shut down out of the 15.
That's why I don't think that he's. I don't think he's in the right mindset to run the 15.
I'm still waiting for
Kerr going to be there though? Is Kerr healthy? Okay.
Yep, Kerr is
healthy. Laros.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be there.
Is Nagoose going?
He's been dominating lately. Huh? Nagoose?
Is he going?
He didn't get in.
Dang it.
That was
He had to win. He had to beat Laros in this last meet in order to make it in. And Grant Fisher, if he would have won, then Cooper Tier would have been able to get in, but he did not. He was like barely short. It was like a pouring rain meet. I don't know if you guys saw that online.
I didn't see much of it though.
Oh, sorry, Yared. I'm still rooting for you, man.
It was, from what I heard, it looked like he was just like not giving, like he didn't give 100%.
I think that he is. He probably wasn't going to go anyway. I think he's saving up his time off for the Taylor Swift wedding. So he's a big Swiftie. So he was pretty happy about the Kelsey news.
Oh my goodness. Did you see? I watched a TikTok video on this college professor. He's in the middle class, and he was it was legit, and he's reading. And he goes, "Guys, class is dismissed. It was just announced Swift and Kelsey got engaged." I was like, "All right, this is too much, guys." Oh man, but hey, can we do another bet? What are the chances that Swift performs at halftime this year with the Super Bowl? I feel like it's got to happen.
It's not happening.
I don't.
Happen.
It's not happening.
I mean,
we can go ahead and bet on it, but me and Carolyn are right, and you're gonna be wrong.
All right.
So, what kind of goofy costume would you like to run your next marathon in?
Oh yeah, what did we do? What did I lose on something already? I don't remember.
No. Every single one of our predictions were very off, and it was not our fault. It was the athletes that we trusted. It's fault.
Right.
All right. Well, I didn't. As long as I'm not wearing something stupid. All right. I don't remember what it was. At one point in time,
you were Brooks.
Oh yeah, Brooks.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Oops.
Yeah. Speaking of going to shoes, so I just bought another. This is my second pair of the On Cloud Boom Strike Boom or Boom Strike. So our team got one free pair of them because we're sponsored by On Cloud, but I didn't like them. And I didn't like them. We were one and done on it, meaning that they asked for our size without letting us try them on, and so I was like, all right, I'm size 11. They gave us so I got size 11, which they sized way too big. And then their shoelaces were garbage, and I was pretty honest with them about it. Their shoelaces sucked. Everyone complained about it. They came untied. They're like 8 feet long. Like they're ridiculous.
You know how my freaking ultra laces are right now, man. I don't know what the heck's the deal with them.
I'm triple knotting them. They're wrapped around my
Yeah,
ankle.
I do. Like I double knot them and tuck them down into my feet. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So this time, outside of that, like the bounce on them, the plates in there, they're technically 50 millimeter stack height because the extra 10 millimeter insert that's inside the shoe. They were great shoes. So I decided to give them a second shot. I bought the correct size. I bought them. I switched an old pair of Alpha Fly shoelaces that have like the teeth on the shoelaces. Switched them in there. I raced them in the 5K. They felt great. No issues. So I think those are going to be my race shoes for the next few races for a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. I think I'm going to go with the Metaspeed Skies again. I'm just going to go to the new year model.
Do you have is it the Tokyo edition, or is that what they call it? The red ones?
Yeah, I think it's Tokyo's.
When you get them, folks.
I don't know. I thought they said on here somewhere, but I don't see it.
Those are not the Tokyos.
They're the first gen Metaspeed Sky. Did you say Paris?
No, these are last year's model, whatever it was.
We're
I can't
twins.
remember. Paris last year? Yeah, because last year was Paris. Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tokyos, they stuck with just one
This
color,
year,
one color
maybe.
only, which is the red and black,
Mhm.
which is fine. No, I haven't raced in those, but I hear nothing but good things about them. It's,
They're very, very
they might be a
light.
clearance day purchase for me sometime.
Yeah, I've been digging them.
And here's some good stuff. Have we talked further about what race the three of us are getting together for? I know we're down to two choices.
Yeah, it was either going to be Cherry Blossom or Gate River, right?
Yep.
I mean, I'm down for either one.
I would personally rather do Florida because I've done the Cherry Blossom before.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
When's Gate River again? Is that in March?
March. And
It is.
registration's already open. The reason why I bring it up because registration's open. Now's your chance to submit for a top 300 bib, which Chase, I know for sure you would probably get. You would get it. Carolyn, I don't know. You would be close. If anything, you would be a Corral 1.
What times are they looking at?
It depends because you can submit any there's 5K time, 10K time, 15K half marathon, etc.
Okay.
But for the women, I don't know their standards. Chase, I'm very confident you would get in there. But at the end of the day, even if you're in wave 1, crowd 1, you're literally 60 seconds, behind the 300 corral.
Totally fine. Okay, so Saturday, March 7th. Sounds like a good weekend.
Yep.
And I feel like that might be the week before my spring break, so I get that weekend off anyways. Or that's my spring break.
As a football fan, they do the expo for it inside the practice facility for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. And they usually do, obviously they have activities you can do with, throwing the footballs and stuff like that while you're there. Just kind of neat. Big after party. You get a cup and a shirt, and then both of you will most likely be in the top 10% to also get an alter ego hat. Because they do top 10% get a hat that finish, top 10% women, top 10% men. And they have different colors. So women's one color, men's is another. So you get your money's worth. If you're in the top 10%, you get the hat, you get the cup, you get the shirt, and you get the party because there's also a pretty big after party.
Sounds like a winner.
Okay.
Let's plan it. Let's do it. And you got some fan base here, guys. There's definitely some. We got some listeners here that'll.
That's
right.
They'll know ya.
Is that secretly why we're pushing for Gate River?
Yeah. I'm gonna get us a booth at the expo. All right.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah, no, let me, I'll definitely confirm with the wifey, but yeah, that sounds like a plan.
That'll be cool. That'll be fun. You heard it, listeners, local Floridian listeners.
Mm-hmm.
RunTok coming to Gate River.
Is-
Saturday.
I was about to say, why does it sound like a monster truck jam? Like, okay, I'll go.
Well, and I'll be curious to get your guys' take.
RunTok is coming to Gate River.
I'll be really curious to get your guys' take on the course, because we consider it a very difficult course because it's got one massive quote unquote hill, which is a bridge, but we call it the Green Monster. It's a big bridge, and it's at mile 8. So that's part of what makes it so tough, is where it's at along the course. But depending on the weather, if it is windy, that bridge sucks hardcore. Or rainy, because you're also running a little bit on like a grate, I don't know how to describe it, kind of like Chicago when you run over.
Yeah, we're going over the bridges.
Yeah. So you got a little bit of that. But the cool thing about it, if you're running a garbage race, 5 miles in, you're like, all right, this sucks. Just save your energy, get to the last mile, because they also do the last mile race within the 15K, and they have a timing mat for that, and they time your last mile because it's all downhill. And that's pretty fun too. And they give out awards for that as well.
Nice. Dallas actually used to do that too, but it was the opposite, so it sucked. They did the Garmin challenge, and mile 20 to 21 of Dallas is like 100 and something feet of elevation gain. It's literally like running up the steepest hill in Dallas. And a couple years ago, they timed it. And if you won it, I think you got a Garmin watch or something. But I was like, this is horrific, because mile 20, first of all, gross. And like, that's the hilliest mile. It's so I walked that whole
I
mile.
really hope you're an ambassador for the Dallas Marathon.
Oh,
I want that to be a thing, please.
no, it's so bad. I volunteer every year. I'm not running the thing.
They have a similar challenge at the Indy half at Fort Bend. They have what's called the Kill the Hill challenge. It's like towards the end. It's like mile 11 or something of their half marathon. And every year, like whenever I'm not having a good race, I'll do that. I'll be like, yeah, I'll just wait for the Kill the Hill part. And then you get to like mile 11, you're just like, oh, screw this. No, I'm not doing that.
Well, I think I may have brought it up. There's maybe it's in New York. It's like the Road Mile, but it's an all downhill one. But then they also do the first 800 is also technically an event. Or the first half mile. I don't remember exactly what the standards were there, but you still have to run the mile in a qualifying time, even for your 800 time to qualify. Yeah. I'm excited, man. Gate River. It'll be awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Also, there's an after party at the finish line. But then that night, and you guys will get to go too, we go to the owners of First Place Sports. We'll go to their house. They do, it's specific for everyone on the team. And then they also have all the elite runners that were there. So like Molly Seidel, she's been there, and Galen Rupp, and whoever went, like the top 20, the winners of the race, they all get to go there. They get bussed in, and they just hang out. We get to eat dinner with them and party with them, and it's a good time. There's a guy that brings out an alligator that because he fries it.
Oh,
a fried alligator while you're there, and yeah, you'll see some Florida stuff too for sure. That's a good time.
You know what? Sign me up.
Yep.
Well, you guys sign yourself up and do it now while the price is still low, okay?
I know. I was looking at the 15K. It's like $60. I'm like, that is amazing.
That's cheap, but it's gonna go higher.
I'll buy my entry this evening.
But so when you sign up, it's going to ask you, do you want to try to register for like the yellow crow or the top, which is like the top 300? Just say yes and submit your proof of time for whatever race, and see if it should, it'll be close again, but you guys should be able to get in there.
I was looking at the corrals, and it looks like I would be in the top 3,800 at least, because my 5K PR is not fast. It's between the 21 minute and the 25 minute. So.
Well, still, you'll be up there.
Yeah.
Have you ran a 15K before, Carolyn?
Never.
No?
I've done a 10 mile.
Okay. Have you ran a 15K before, Chase?
I don't think so. Really?
I'm kind of surprised by this.
I don't think I know of any other 15Ks.
I don't either.
There's the Boilermaker, which is a huge one. I guess a gigantic one. It's the second largest one in the country. So Gay River is the largest 15K in the country. Boilermaker is a big one. There's one in Washington, just outside of Seattle. I forget what it's called.
So yeah, again, not very common, right?
They're not common, but the ones that they do, I think because they're not so common, the ones that they do tend to be big races.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see Gate River Run. I want to see what you would need to have been a top 10%. Let's go gender results and see where you would rank, Carolyn. There were 6,330 female athletes.
Okay.
Let's just say you run a 7:30 mile.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be?
Like my mile time?
No, I'm talking about for 9.3 miles.
Sure.
Is 8 minutes safer?
8 minutes is my half marathon pace.
Okay, so let's call it 7:45.
Okay.
7:45, that placed you 156 out of women, which would place you in the top 10%. So,
wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go get some hats.
Yeah.
And we all can wear them on the next episode we film after that.
And maybe you'll get lucky and the women's hats will be their new women's style.
That would be amazing. And I still need to get y'all's discount code so I can buy a hat and support you guys.
I'll give you a hint. It's Chaser, no Pacer.
Oh.
I'll give you a hint. Mine's the Culture Runners.
So I gotta buy 2 hats.
Honestly, Alter Ego, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I've been very bad about my discount code, so Chase has probably been better at it. Definitely go off Chase. Like, he's already probably done some stuff. I've done nothing. So, I've been doing content. I don't think anyone's used my code ever.
Okay.
We might have to edit that part out too.
Speaking of. No, I do want to talk about real quick, again, Finish Lines and Milestones podcast. Allie Brettinacker, I don't know if Carolyn, I talked about her on here before. She was the MC for the women's elite panel last year at Monumental.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she was awesome enough to have me on her show. A couple weeks ago, I actually went up to Carmel, Indiana, which you guys remember Jay Druba on our episode. Carmel's not a suburb of Indianapolis or anything, but it's in the Indianapolis area. So I went up there, recorded a live episode with her. It was really cool because we were at the Carmel Public Library. Now, Carmel is a very bougie community, so their public library is probably a little fancier than most, but they did have like a cool media room for her to just set up her stuff, and that's where she was recording her episodes. Had just a whole studio set up for a podcast, so that was really cool, and I thought that was a neat thing to do. I don't know if anybody else, any other aspiring podcasters, have a public library that allows you to do that sort of thing. But I thought that was pretty neat.
It is really cool.
I had a good time recording with her. The episode will come out in like late this month or early October, so she had quite a few backed up. She's been utilizing that public library room a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome, though. Like, I wish.
Oh yeah, like you'll when the episode comes out, it looks like legit. Like me and her just sitting in this studio. It's pretty cool.
Sweet. So you got on a famous podcast.
I don't know how famous. I'm not sure how many followers she's got, but it is a really good podcast. She talks to she's a lot like us in the RunTok community. She talks to just the everyday runners, people that just kind of do neat stuff. So, but that not the fastest or the pros or anything like that. So, she's very relatable podcast to listen to.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll be excited to hear it. Based on everything that you said about it and the content there, I'm stoked to check it out.
I was pretty bummed though, because like she, is an interview style podcast, right? So she had some questions that she asked, and the whole conversation was very organic. But when she asked me about Berlin, I did not talk about meeting Craig Engels and Grant Fisher. I don't I was driving home and I just it just hit me out of nowhere. I smacked the steering wheel. I looked at my wife because she went up there with me. I was like, I didn't tell her about meeting Craig Engels in Berlin. How the heck did I forget to mention that?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Is it safe to say Craig goes down so far as the biggest name we've had on our podcast?
I mean, I would think so. I mean, Keith Brantley was an Olympian, but at least in more recent sense, definitely.
In pop, like pop culture, whatever you want to call it, Craig Engels is definitely the biggest name. Keith Brantley is probably the most knowledgeable, most experienced. That
Decorated.
And it's given us still the coolest quote that we've ever had. So
my favorite, and I mentioned that on Allie's podcast. Because she ends every episode with one song and one running mantra type thing. And I told her, I was like, it's not necessarily a running mantra, but it's my favorite quote from our podcast. That was Keith Brantley. The solution to pollution is dilution.
That sounds like it could be in a country song too.
Yeah, but the song that I gave her, I've been weirdly into beatboxing lately. So there's this group called Beat Pella House that's a bunch of Korean beatboxers, and they're amazing. Yeah. I'm obsessed.
Yeah,
if you check them out, you won't believe that they're making all of that music with their mouths.
I've seen I'll watch YouTube clips of America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, Canada's Got Talent, and you get the beatbox groups or the random just single beatboxer, and I'm super impressed by it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I've went down a crazy rabbit hole the last few weeks.
I went down a rabbit hole of pop lock dancing, pop locking, watching people do that. It's dude, that's phenomenal. You don't even look human. This is so cool to watch. I wish I could do that. Same thing with beatboxing. They don't sound.
Yeah. It's how do you make that sound? That is insane.
It's that group. Well, now they're huge, but Pentatonics, of course. They started off. You're just so amazed by them, but now it's okay, you're an acapella group. That's awesome. We talked.
They went to high school, just down the street from me, or from my cousins.
The group, everyone from the group did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're friends with a couple of them.
Yeah, they were cool. Then they got rid of their whatever. See, I don't know anything about music. The guy that had the super deep voice. They switched. He left the group to start his own thing, and so they had to replace him, and just haven't been the same since then. I feel like. I don't know, but we talk. I know. Okay, I know we're at the end of our time here. I 3 times now. 3 times I have watched K-pop Demon Hunters. It is it is going down as like one of my
It's
favorite
the
movies.
most watched movie on Netflix of all time.
I see. I don't know if you guys saw my Facebook post. I was like, it's Saturday night. It's like 10:30 on a Saturday night. I'm sitting here eating a cupcake in my Marvel pajamas, watching K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't know what to say. Judge me. People were like, "Oh, would your daughter watch it with you?" I was like, "No, I was by myself." I was 100% watching that solo.
I mean, I have not watched it a second time yet, but I mean, half of the soundtrack's on my damn running playlist. I mean, I'd be lying if I
I
told
got
you other.
Takedown on there. I got Soda Pop. I got Golden.
And there is and remixes of them. Got David Guetta remixes of them too.
That's high praise. If
Oh,
David,
I mean, we're talking about K-pop Demon Hunter here.
Well, now they're going to put it like into like they. I don't think they realized it would be this big, and like so now they're going to put it into the theaters like as a re-release.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go watch it.
They didn't. Did have you heard the story behind it? So Sony has been sitting on this movie for years.
Really?
Right? They were going to come out with it at some point. It's been like in pre-production a couple different times, but then eventually they didn't think they were going to make it, and they sold it to Netflix. Not just like sold the rights to it, like they sold it straight up. Like they have no rights to it anymore. Now they do have a name. There is like they can get some of the
branding,
some of the
material
stuff from it, but as far as like all the licenses and the rewards and all the money coming from it goes straight to Netflix.
Kudos to Netflix, man.
Yeah, freaking ridiculous.
No better time to release that type of movie because there's just the music culture right now, like the K-pop vibe, the K-pop girl bands and boy bands and Blackpink and all these.
And I think that honestly, I think that might have been what got me into it, because if you look up that group that I talked about, Beat Pella House, they do this one video on YouTube where they do a K-pop medley. And they go through like a variety of K-pop songs, but it's amazing how they do it all with just the 5 of them. But
is there a girl in the group too? Like it's like one girl and then
4 guys.
Yeah, guys, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe I have seen them.
Probably they're really awesome. Like a couple of them are like world champion beatboxers and Wing and Hiss, and then the others are like they're just amazing.
Have the playlist.
Look up the song Freaky Monday.
I'm writing it down.
Freaky Monday and Eternal Ember are going to be instant running playlist ads. I was thinking about starting a new video series about that.
Playlist?
Yeah, running playlist ads.
Coheed and Cambria, old school Eminem.
Did you hear the new Eminem song from his like new documentary or whatever, his new movie? Yeah, he's got a new like song out that's pretty good. I can't remember the name of it. I just heard it today.
I got a lot of NF on my playlist. Like I love NF. I got a lot of him on my playlist.
I have no NF. I'll give him another listen to again, but every time I do, I don't really dig it.
The Search, that's the good song. And then there's a bunch of good ones, but The Search is what got me into them. Cool. All right, guys. Well, it's 9:15 p.m. For us East Coasters here. Me.
you have enough time to watch K-pop Demon Hunters again before you go to bed, man.
Honestly, actually, I got to finish Dexter, the latest episode of Dexter Resurrection.
I love that series.
Yeah, well, don't spoil it. I got cut off halfway through the latest episode.
Okay.
One episode left after this. So
Mm,
on the edge of my seat a little bit for this
It's
one. I want to know
good.
what happens to Baptista.
Listen, I'm just happy that Peter Dinklage is getting role after role because that man is so talented.
Chase disagrees. Or
No,
Really?
I like Peter Dinklage.
Okay.
I haven't tuned into the new Dexter stuff yet.
It's all- it's-
How many?
This
Is this the prequel thing?
No, this is like the
Or
ultimate.
this is his new thing, right?
This is like the ultimate sequel. Yeah, like this is the sequel to all of it.
Mhm.
The sequel to even the New Blood stuff, where he died
Yeah.
but didn't die
Yeah.
now.
He
Okay,
didn't die. He was in the winter. The temperature.
sure, yeah, makes sense.
He was in a coma for a long time.
Movies, right? Yeah.
But honestly, this is outside of the first 4 seasons of like the regular Dexter, because the last 3 seasons weren't that great. And then New Blood was okay. And then the prequel was okay. This is taking me back to like the first 4 seasons of the regular Dexter. Like it's that good, in my opinion.
So
And the cast that they got, well, granted, a lot of them get killed off very easily, like very soon, but not naming names. But I was like, man, I'm so excited this guy's going to be in here. Oh, you're dying in the first episode? Okay. All right.
are these on?
Showtime, but you can get it on Amazon through Paramount.
Hmm.
Okay. So it is on Paramount.
Yep.
Okay. I might go back to that one here sometime. We do the streaming carousel.
All right.
Of course, Hulu's about to be kaput, so
Wait, what?
Disney's gonna, by the end of next year, Hulu's not gonna be a thing. It's just gonna be Disney.
I'm okay with, so that means hopefully I can just.
Yeah, Disney Plus is gonna. There's no price change or anything like that. They're just gonna merge everything from Hulu into Disney Plus.
And then I can finally watch the last Predator movie that I never got to watch because it was only on Hulu.
Talk about Prey.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, yeah, that was badass.
I know, I want to watch it, but it hasn't been on any of the streaming services that I have, so I couldn't watch it.
I even had Hulu. I thought everybody had the Disney Hulu package.
I know. I had the ESPN package.
What?
Yeah. Now you know, James.
You gotta have the package. You gotta have the Disney Hulu ESPN package, man. Gotta get them all. Like Pokemon.
All right, guys.
Carolyn, where can everybody find us?
You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on YouTube. All of that at RunTok Live. You can email us at runtalklive@gmail.com. You can find me on TikTok at Carolyn McDuff and Instagram at Carolyn M. Levinway. Chase, where can people find you?
Chaser no pacer. Just about anywhere. Mostly TikTok. I'm getting back into TikTok. I don't know if you guys I'm coming back in a small way, so we'll see what happens. You can blame my job. But yeah, so Jake, where can people find you?
You know what? It's all that me tagging you in every single video I post on TikTok.
I've done ignored you
Keep doing
a long
it.
time ago, buddy.
Keep doing it. That's the key, man.
And that's where you can find me, folks, on TikTok at The Cultural Runner. That's my primary spot. Every once in a while, you can catch me in Instagram at The Cultural Runner as well.
Beautiful. This has been an episode of Run Talk Live. We'll see you on the next one.
Adios, amigos. Hit the like and subscribe stuff. We don't say that at all.